Hey, hey, hey. It's that time again. Yes, yes, yes. Talk with Rochelle. It is that time. So we got a couple of minutes before we start, you guys. Hope you've had an amazing day. Hope you had you see, we're short. I mean, it's been so warm here today. I loved every bit of it. I loved every bit of it. So we got on just a couple of minutes early. We did a trial run yesterday just to make sure everything was going to go as planned. And we're going to pray that it does that today as well. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to be here tonight to erase or to give you a little bit of a better of a light on the myths and some of the just right out lies they've been talking about, telling about CBD. So we're going to be, one second. All right. All right. That was my guess. She didn't see me yet, and I'm going to take this off right now, so I won't get any more calls. And so I'm excited. So come on, guys. If you know anyone, go ahead and tell them, say, get on this girl's live. Rochelle, Marcella, get on that live because you want to hear this information. So she's scrolling up and down, so she'll find it in just a moment. So I definitely want you guys, I don't want you to miss anything. We're still a couple of minutes early, and because we like to be really cognizant of your time. There she is right there. Let me do this. And let me do her accept and add.
Hey, darling.
Yes. Man, that was just smooth sailing right there. Oh my God. I wish every Monday was like that. Oh my goodness. So how you doing, beautiful?
Fantastic. Fantastic. How are you today?
I am fantastic as well. You look fantastic. Couldn't have been a bad day. We had like a Florida day here in Indianapolis today. Just saying.
Oh,
It was beautiful. It was so beautiful out there today. So loved it, loved it, loved it. So that means spring is on its way.
mhm.
I believe we're going to get a few more days of cold weather, but spring is on its way. So we're just happy you're here. And we're still, I think, about a minute or so early, so we're gonna give people a chance to get on. I'm really happy that you joined us today because when I was asked who knows, they said you better talk to Miss Bernadine Kirkland. She'll give you a plethora of information on CBD.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
so,
Happy to share.
so, so guys, we're gonna be starting in just for a minute. I'm so glad that you're here. We got another minute or so early. So, like I said, if you know anyone, tell them to come on, jump on this page. I gotta figure out. I know Facebook is so different now. I gotta figure this thing out. So I can't talk right now. I don't know. Everybody want to call me now, but
So you got frozen on my end.
all right. All right, so I put my phone on mute. All right, so you guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started because I think it's straight up 8 o'clock on the hour. It is. It is Monday night on February the 26th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 o'clock where Miss Kirkland's at, Pensacola, Florida, and 7 o'clock there. So I'm so thankful she was able to join us today, this evening, to speak on the myths of CBD. Are they truths or are they lies? I don't know. We're gonna find some of that out today. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about Miss Kirkland. Again, my name is Rochelle. Marcella Rochelle. I actually go by Rochelle. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. Just so happy to be a part of this Talk with Rochelle on Monday nights. And I was so glad that this young lady that said yes because I'm like a lot of people out there. I'm so glad that I had a chance to erase some of the myths that was told that I thought was true. Just like everything you hear is not necessarily true. So, and this is one of those things. So I'm just so happy that we were able to put her on today. But I'm gonna tell you a little bit about her. Then I'll let her take it from there. I need your code, uh, Tanya. Code. Okay. 366. Okay. So I'm gonna pull up her bio once I find it. Pull it back up again. There we go. Okay, so this is Miss Bernadine Kirkland, and I wish I could have put a picture. I don't know. I have to figure out how to do it. We can do pictures while on live. I don't know if we can or not. And you will have to see her transformation, guys. She looks amazing. And she can tell you a little bit more about that. But this is her bio. Her name is Bernadine Kirkland. She is a child of God, a wife and mother, a Kana Diamond. She's MVP 2022. She's won 5 free trips, you guys, to Jamaica, Las Vegas, Bahamas, Cruise, Dubai, certified wellness coach, teacher, mentor, a black art consultant, and I may add, she knows a lot. She is very informative when it comes to CBD, the cannabis area. So, Ms. Kirkland, so glad to have you here. I'm so thankful that you just said yes to us tonight. Just so happy that you said yes. We're so happy that you're here. So, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? I know what I just read. Can you give us any more? Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Well, first and foremost, I'm a child of God, which you already read and let everyone know. And I just saw Pastor Ron Odom join. I'm so glad that he did. But he
Awesome.
knows my before and after. He knows my whole story. So for me, I just want to just get into the story. It's not really about me. It's about getting God's word out and God's message out. And one of the things that we believe is that true well-being comes from the ground. You know, we
Yeah.
want to. I want to start there, and we'll get back here at the end of the presentation. But I just wanted to say, when I first heard the letters CBD, I said no to the C, the B, and the D because I don't smoke. I don't get high, and I'm never going to jail. And I'm like, you can't be saying, my husband started saying, yeah, the church lady selling weed. I mean, this is what my husband was saying. But I was like, no, 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 no. But I met an incredible sister named Michelle Stewart out of Texas. I
Mm-hmm.
knew that she worked for the prison system. I knew she had been in that area, in that arena for a very long time. And I knew that, you know, weed was illegal. And you think about weed, the only thing you think about is weed and it's being illegal.
Mm-hmm.
So when I met Michelle, she had mentioned the CBD, and I said no to the C, the B, and the D, and I told you why.
Mm-hmm.
But I, when I was invited to a woman's history celebration, that's what changed my mind about just looking at the industry and doing my own due diligence. So I met these 4 incredible women that had a vision, a visionary named Melissa Boston. She was the CEO. And she got together with 3 other women. One was an MD. He had
Mm-hmm.
delivered over 8,000 babies in the US and Caribbean. And she was a pillar of health. Then there was a 3-time, actually 4-time, currently seated Chicago State Senator and Minister of the Gospel of Jesus Christ.
Oh, wow.
And then there was another sister who had been an entrepreneur all of her life. She had only ever worked 2 jobs. And she was the one who came in and showed everybody how to push and elevate and just take us to the next level. But our CEO, Melissa Boston, was the visionary. So there was a pillar of health, a pillar of wealth, a pillar of freedom, and a pillar of legacy. And she was the visionary. And our vision was we exist to help end the negative stigma that has caused communities around the world to suffer and lose out on the health and wealth benefits of the cannabis plant. And not only did she have a great vision, but her mission was very strong for this company. And the mission was we are the catalyst to stir a movement that inspires people to confidently move in the legal space as entrepreneurs, as formulators, as investors, evoking the courage and strength of our people to take back their health, wealth, freedom, and legacy.
Mhm. To take that back, wow, that would be amazing. So you come from a background of amazing leaders, information, people that brought you this information, and you went with that information. So tell me, oh shoot. Mm. So tell me, um, you said you didn't want any parts of the C, the B, and the D. So even though you've heard about these amazing ladies and where they were, and the CEOs and all that, but what happened to Miss Bernadine Kirkland? What was the shift that came that made you maybe eventually say yes to the C, the B, and the D? I left my questions over there. So you go ahead and tell us. I'm gonna go get my questions. Go ahead.
So I learned the differences between CBD and THC. So back in 2014, there was a farm bill, and in 2018, it got passed. And this farm bill was to generate and protect research into hemp because people didn't really understand that THC is not the same thing as CBD. So hemp in the 2018 Farm Bill is treated like other agricultural commodities. And in many ways, this is an important point because where there are provisions that are heavily regulated in hemp, this is legislation that makes hemp a mainstream crop. So it was something that the US government knew the importance of. And one of the reasons we had kind of, talked about this a little bit, but one of the stigmas is the pharmaceutical companies. And I worked for a pharmaceutical company for many,
Okay.
many years for several different pharmaceutical companies. But they had a really big stake in keeping their medical drugs alive and happy and their pockets lined because of the money that they could make selling drugs. Whereas we have a natural plant, a gift from God, which is
Mm-hmm.
literally what this company's name used to be. It was Wakana, which stood for a gift from God. And now the
Oh,
word of God says will make you the head and not the tail. We removed the W from Wakana, and we are now Akana, and it means in the hands of God. So everything that this company is about is for his edification, for his glory, and for just showing us how to live life more healthily.
okay. So what you're saying, so from what I just gathered, um, you didn't want that, but then you found out that some of the information that you grew up, uh, like me, grew up thinking it was one thing, but it really wasn't. And after you started hearing more about that information, it made you start probably did your own research or listening, doing your own research and hearing these people talk about different things. It changed your thought process because I know many people today they still think it's a black. I was talking to a lady just a couple of days ago, and she was so excited about what I was sharing with her. But once she heard CBD, she said, "I want to punch that. I want to punch." And she would not let me get a word in. No, I understand, but no. Some people are still going to be just hold on to that what they were told because basically what you're saying is that these myths, they really was right out lies from what we're this right out lies, painting something that was um, good for us is what it sounds like, into something negative. Is that what you? That's that what I'm
It's,
hearing?
it is. It was something they said that it was negative so that the pharmaceutical industry could benefit, the tree company could benefit, the paper company, the companies that made trees, that made the paper out of trees, they didn't want us using. You can do everything with hemp. You can build a house. There's hempcrete. There are things that, and when you hear about a pharmaceutical drug and you hear about the side effects of the drugs, that's we talked about too is something that is FDA regulated, but there are side effects.
Yeah.
And people can die from drugs, from prescription
Yeah.
drugs, but there's
Yeah.
not a single case of a marijuana overdose. But
Wow.
we're not talking about marijuana here. We're talking about CBD. And if you think about the plant and you think about a mom having two kids or having a set of twins, same mama, same papa, it's two kids. They're two different entities, two different bodies. So we'll say one is the good twin and one is not the bad twin. I'm going to call him the bad boy twin. So
Okay.
CBD is non-psychotropic, and that means it doesn't get you high. So CBD gives you the health without the high. And once
Mm.
you learn that, once you can wrap your brain around that, you will see that their benefits far outweigh the negative stigma.
Wow. So even when we say CBD, we really don't have a clear understanding of CBD because what you just said, CBD is not psychotropic. So that means CBD, you don't get high from CBD.
You don't. You get the health without the high. You get all the great benefits. And just, I'm going to list just some of the benefits that CBD can benefit.
Okay.
So you have pain,
Mm-hmm.
arthritis, insomnia, blood pressure, blood sugar, fibromyalgia, hormones, cholesterol, anxiety, PTSD, diabetes, depression, seizures, headaches, autoimmune diseases, tumors, and so much more. All of these are conditions that CBD can benefit.
What? I
Yes,
heard
it can.
diabetes. I heard PTSD. What? CBD can help with those things. So all this time, you're telling me that we could have been a healthier society, a healthier people. We
Yes,
didn't have
ma'am.
to go through some of this stuff because we had something there that could help us. And yet, because of the almighty dollar, they painted this as something negative for us because they couldn't make the money and for us
Correct.
to, oh, and that's the American way. The oh my goodness. And how many people do we know with diabetes and people, not just people coming from the military with PTSD, people from trauma. Just, I mean, I know some right now that's going through it. It's one of the reasons why I'm taking care of my stepmom right now because of some traumatic things happening that switch some things around. So I do know, oh my goodness, this is amazing. So
So
so now we can erase that CBD makes you high.
no,
CBD has health benefits. It doesn't make you high. But
correct.
just like she said, the twins, you have the good twin and you have the bad boy twin. They from the same papa and mama. But the bad boy twin, he's is that the one we call what? We call that one what?
THC. So
THC.
So let me
So,
just share what CBD is.
okay.
CBD or cannabidiol is a compound that occurs naturally in industrial hemp. And out of the more than 85 different cannabinoids, it's the second most common next to Delta 9 tetrahydrocannabinol or THC. So THC, if you remember back in the day, would give you high, get you the munchies and all that kind of stuff. You know, you roll it up, smoke it up. I'm just saying that's the stuff that gets you high.
Okay.
But unlike THC, CBD is non-psychotropic, and it produces health without the high.
Okay, so we bring this down into layman's terms. So the tetra, cannabinoid, whatever that word, uh,
THC for short.
THC, yeah. So,
The
so,
THC.
so is that the same as? And you mentioned hemp. So the hemp is the hemp the flower. What is the hemp? Tell me a little bit about the hemp.
Hemp is the plant. So it's the hemp plant. And we were talking about people who, how CBD gets a bad rap. If you think about where you purchase anything, I want to just share with you about CBD and how Akana's approach to it is. So Akana products are fully compliant with the State Department of Agriculture and grown in accordance with Section 7606 of the 2018 Farm Bill. That's what makes it legal and makes it align with the agricultural pieces of that farm bill. So all of our products are full spectrum. They are they're 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 certified in terms of being hemp certified and registered and third party tested. So it's not like you can go down to the gas station and get something that's on the same quality level as a ton of products. So you want to know what you are ingesting. But how about this? People always want to know, oh, well, what's in it? They don't ask their doctor what's in their medication, their prescription medications, but we'll tell you what's in ours. We'll tell you
Yeah.
they're all natural, organic, and affordable.
Okay, so we're gonna back up a little bit. You said a lot. That is pretty incredible. So I want to make sure if somebody like this, they don't know much about CBD other than it's bad, I want them to go away with an understanding, a clear understanding that not only is CBD in itself can't get you high, but the CBD and the THC come from the hemp plant. Is that correct?
Correct. So let's do this. Let's learn and unlearn together.
Okay, there we go.
The ingredients in THC has a psychotropic effect, and it stimulates receptors in the brain's pleasure center and releases a higher than normal level of dopamine and creates a high.
Okay, so
That's
that's the one
THC.
you guys make you feel good. Okay, get high
Okay,
like you want to get high. So that's the THC that does that, and it comes from
correct.
the hemp plant. Okay,
And then CBD, on the other hand, is non intoxicating. So
okay,
that's the first, okay. And it stimulates receptors in the brain that regulate pain, perception, anxiety, nausea, and more. And the medical application of CBD include an anti-inflammatory and pain relief. And so you were asking me about my story and what made me say really yes to O'Connor and everything else. When the shots were out, it was during COVID. I was in pain from taking that shot. And I was talking with one of the dispensary owners out in Las Vegas, Melody Barnes. And Melody said, you've been talking about this rub that you have that, that takes people out of pain. Why don't you use some of that on your own arm? And that's what I did. I went and got the rub, the jar of rub,
uh huh.
and I put it on my arm, and it took the pain away, like immediately. And it wasn't like this rub was going to get me high. So the difference in CBD as a topical, CBD does not break the blood-brain barrier. So when you put it on as a topical, it won't get you high, but it'll give you that relief from pain. You'll
Oh,
feel
okay.
warm, you'll feel tingly, and then that relief comes. So if it's your fingers, if it's your shoulder, your arm, your knees, your legs, whatever, you just put a little bit on. A little goes a long way, and it
One.
gives you that relief.
Okay, you just said something else that's very important because a lot of people, again, they don't want a CBD. No, because I don't want to lose my job. I had somebody tell me something recently. She's a flight attendant, and she's off right now because she's hurt, and so she may be off for another few months. No, I don't want that in my bloodstream. I said, sweetie, you can't. This part won't get in your bloodstream. You are
So,
safe
so, so how
with
about
CBD.
this? We have different products. We
Uh
have
huh.
different products in the line. Some of our products are that if you're randomly drug screened, you can still take our gummies or you can still take our tinctures. The only difference is a pure gummy has 0.0% THC.
Okay.
The legal amount of THC in product is 0.3%. So it can be 0.3% and still be legal.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that won't get you high. That will still give you most of the health benefits that you need from the CBD plant. But there are some people who do like that psychotropic effect. I tell people, I just don't carry that. You'll have to go online and order it. But you
Okay.
can order that if you enjoy that psychotropic effect. But I'm here about getting you healthy, not getting you high.
Okay.
So the main thing is do your own due diligence. Look at the ingredients. Look at, what Akana stands for, what we represent, what our name is. And just knowing if you have a connection to this company, you know that we love the Lord and we don't have a problem telling or sharing. It's different strokes for different folks. But as for me and mine, we'll just serve the Lord all the days of my life. And this is his plan. So I am okay. I mean, you just don't superheat it. And sometimes we need to hear things. I'm a wellness coach, but I'm not a medical doctor. And
Yeah.
I'm going to see if this will play because I want them to
Oh,
hear from a doctor, if we
okay.
could, just a little something about CBD.
This is a doctor, you said, like an MD or something?
This is an
Okay.
MD. It's Dr. David Allen. Hold on one
Okay.
second.
All right.
Hello, my name is Dr. David Allen. I'm a retired cardiac surgeon and a member of the International Cannabinoid Research Society, ICRS. That means I'm a cannabinoid research scientist. And I'm here to tell you about the discovery of the endocannabinoid system, the ECS, and the significance and how it will change medicine. And we discovered the endocannabinoid system about 30 years ago. We really didn't understand the significance of its discovery. And so we found out that this is a chemical communication that your body has. It's not electrical, it's chemical. And it's kind of like the hormone systems that people are familiar with. And your body makes these cannabinoids, they're endogenous, so they're endocannabinoids, and they perform some miraculous functions in the body. And we're just learning the significance of these functions. And basically, the endocannabinoid system is responsible for homeostasis. Most people don't understand what that really means, but it's the body's ability to maintain itself and function in the proper environment. And so it's critically important that that doctors in the future understand this control mechanism. And we're finding out that that manipulation of this endocannabinoid system will control diabetes. It controls cancer. Controls whether you can survive a heart attack or stroke. And so this is critically important for doctors to understand this new science. And the discovery of the endocannabinoid system is the single most important medical scientific discovery ever, and will save more lives than the discovery and application of sterile surgical technique. And I'm a heart surgeon saying that. So more people will be saved by manipulation of the endocannabinoid system than are currently saved by surgery.
So you heard that, right? You heard that.
I did hear that. They said, he said more people would be saved. He's a heart doctor saying that more people would be saved by the things with the CBD, your endocannabinoids, all the things it's connected to, saved that way with CBD versus him doing surgery.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Wow, now that's a mouthful, and he was a surgeon. That's a mouthful. So, that's the
Now
endocannabinoid system.
I'm going to show,
Oh,
actually not yet. I'm going to show the differences between CBD and THC.
I'm so
So if
glad
you
you're
take a look
ready
at
to
this,
pull this up.
yeah,
Okay.
if you take a look at this slide, in the center is the Michael Jordan of this plant, is the superstar. There are 6 different cannabinoids across the top. And if you look down the center, you can see that CBD, there's a flower in almost every
Always.
area because it might help with pain, reduce pain, reduce nausea and vomiting, shown to growth, tumor properties, might help improve psoriasis, might help improve sleep, might help reduce seizures, slows bacterial growth, relieves anxiety, benefits the nervous system, benefits the arteries. I mean, it goes on and on and on, improves muscle spasms, might help with psychosis. So there are all kinds of things that you see that CBD crosses all those boxes. Well, whereas THC, it only has 3. It might reduce some pain, might reduce some vomiting, and might help with muscle spasms. But the superstar of this plant you can truly see is CBD, that
CBD.
cannabinoid of CBD.
Wow. Wow.
If I
Oh,
can if I can go on, I'd love to share a little bit more about the ECS or the
please
endocannabinoid
do.
system.
Please do.
So
Yes.
the endocannabinoid system or the ECS is comprised of these 10 systems. And everybody listening has an ECS. So everybody who's listening to the sound of my voice right now, you have a great system and it's called an endocannabinoid system.
So,
Endocannabinoid system. And they comprise your heart, your eyes, your lungs, your liver, your kidney, your brain, your bowels, your stomach, your skin, and your teeth. And all of them have receptors that need CBD. So there's receptors at the end of all of these organs that need CBD. So isn't it fabulous that we have something that everyone on the planet needs? Yeah.
wow.
CBD is also anti-inflammatory, so it brings down inflammation in your body. And that's what's causing so
So
much
much
pain.
disease. Yeah.
Yeah, there's so
Mhm.
much disease and dis-ease in the body, absolutely. But CBD is really a number one for me, a number one go-to for pain. And I just want to share it with as many people as I can. And it started off with this company as a CBD company, but we're in several other industries. So it's like the CBD industry at that time was a $7 billion industry. But this is so much more, it's so much bigger. We have moved into the wellness industry, and the wellness industry, not just for financial gain, but the wellness industry is what's going to have people around for a longer time, a longer period of life. Because if you don't have your health, honey, you don't have anything.
Oh my goodness. Those are my words all the time. Wow, this is so interesting, Ms. Kirkland. Regard, thank you so much for sharing that. That is a wealth of knowledge right there. Just that right there is enough to say, I need some CBD, in my life. Because if everything you know, your lungs, your kidneys, your this and that, all these, the heart is connected to the CBD, I mean, to the endocannabinoid, all those things within your body, and it feeds on CBD. And we need CBD, and that's why it had a check or in that column almost all the way down. That because it's connecting throughout things within your body, different parts of your body. Wow, that is, and we had. I guess what really kind of makes me a little frustrated that all the time we could have been benefiting from this. But
Absolutely.
because of the almighty dollar, they didn't allow it. They made it look really bad. And to this day, people are still looking at it. Some people, I hope after tonight, we shed some light. And like we said, people can do their own due diligence, but you shedded some light on this so people could see that this is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. They just painted it bad. And now they're turning this thing around because now we went from illegal to now legal because now I'm sure there's money to be made from it. Okay, so it's not because they love you so much. It's because now there's money to be made from it. They know how to do that and something that's natural. Oh, this is so incredibly interesting. So what would you say, Ms. Kirkland? You kind of wiped out my questions I have from you now but you've answered so much in such a short period of time and sharing that information with the doctor and showing those slides. I didn't know you could show a slide or anything on while you're on a live. You just taught me something there. That was pretty incredible. Just hearing that information to hear that doctor, that was really, really something there. So what would you say to someone who is still on the fence? They hear that because you got to remember they've been hearing that way a lot longer than what we've been saying this because we're trying to gain back our health and gain back our communities and change our health around. And one of the ways we can do it is with this product, with CBD. So what would you say to someone who's still on the fence and still afraid of the CBD, like that lady? But she didn't know all this, of course. But I don't know the way she did it the other day. I don't think she would have even listened. No, I was not there about CBD. What would you say to someone who's still locked in on the some people you're not going to be able to change, but what would you say somebody is still on the fence on that?
That was the very first thing I was going to say. Some people just won't. I mean, they have to get it themselves in their own time. And if Michelle had brought this to me even a year before, I probably would not have been receptive. But when I see that we have morphed not just from a CBD company into wellness,
Mm-hmm.
it has made a really big difference for me because the products that we're doing in wellness, we don't have to talk or address the CBD issue because those products don't contain any CBD or THC. But anybody who's still having an issue with the CBD side, I would say really just do your own due diligence, do your own study. I mean, there have been Harvard studies, there have been studies just, I mean, you can Google some of anything, but you can see now where, once it became lucrative, once people were able to profit from it. And although it was illegal, it's gone from illegal to now essential because everybody has that ECS, and the endocannabinoid system brings your body back into homeostasis. So if you are not already using a CBD product, even if you want to try a sample of a CBD product that has no THC, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to give people samples because it is that serious to me.
Yeah,
It
I
is,
do.
it is,
Yeah.
it is that important to me that people understand and, that they learn and unlearn because that's exactly what I had to do. I had to unlearn because I thought that, you said CBD and that I could go to jail from that. I thought
Yeah.
that I would go get high from that. And that's something that, God has blessed me to be away from. In your teens,
Mm-hmm.
you're growing up, you try different things. Yeah, dibbled and dabbled, but it's like he released me from that. And, so I know that I don't have to do those types of things. But if you're using CBD, just know that it's non-psychotropic and you get health without the high.
Yes.
And if you're randomly drug screened, you're not going to test dirty. You're not going
Yeah.
to test positive for THC with our pure products. So if you're taking a look for something, whether it's hair care, whether it's skin care, I mean, this hair has grown so much. When I moved from Boston, my hair was like right about at my shoulders. And now I don't know if you can see this, but it's down to here. I stretch it out on red so you can see. But this is what my
Um,
hair is down to here now. It
is
is
that
way past.
from using some CBD products?
It's from using our hair premium.
Oh,
We have
okay.
something. We have something called hemp powered hair, and it's
Okay.
this little beauty.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not funny you should say that. And I'll tell you a little bit about that because the lady who talks about that is going to be on next
Oh,
week.
excellent. Excellent. So
Yes.
there are products in our line that include a hair care line, a
Uh-huh.
skin care line, essential oils, our edible products. And the main thing, the new kid on the block for the past 2 years has been the detox.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Oh my
But
goodness. This is now let me ask you something. I have something because I know because CBD became legal,
yes,
everywhere I go, I can go into the gas station and buy CBD. So tell me, so it's all CBD? I mean, people say, well, CBD, is it all um is
created equal.
CBD yeah, treated equal are all grown equally? I mean, all the same, or what would you say about that?
So absolutely not. When you it's just is like going to, it depends on where you go to get it, okay? I'll use a pair of jeans, for example. You can go to Walmart and get a pair of jeans. You can go to um, Macy's and get a pair of jeans. Then you can go even higher scale end for jeans, True Religion, and get jeans. You can go to Dillard's or, any of these high end, designer stores. And it's like you get what you pay for. But with us, I think I shared a little bit about we are hemp certified and registered. We are third party tested. And we don't make junk. And I'm just going to come, it's Black History Month. I'm real proud to represent. And I'm going to tell you, when you're Black, you have to be better than. And we are. And I'm so godly proud of Akana. And I'm so godly proud of our amazing medical advisory board, where we have PharmDs, MDs, nurses, RNs. We have psychiatrists, psychologists. We had dentists on before. We have naturopaths, and naturopathy is what has really drawn me in, and that's why I became a certified wellness coach because of Akana, because of what started off as a CBD company, and because I wanted to be the person to help share that CBD is a good thing and not a
Yeah.
bad thing.
Not a
I
bad thing.
wanted to help remove that negative stigma that surrounded
Mm-hmm.
the plant because I know the differences that it can make in your
Yeah.
life
Yeah.
and in your management of pain and in your just living a better quality of life because you have something that will help.
Wow. Well, that's yeah. I kind of chuckled as I was asking that question, but I'm glad that you made that very clear. No, CBD is not equal. So
So don't
depending
I
on
so
like,
I we advise people not to go to the local gas station and buy your CBD
yeah,
because
yeah,
you don't know what you're getting.
yeah, right, right. I was hearing that your product, the CBD that you have, third party tested. Is that what I hear? I heard
Third
third
party
party
tested.
tested.
So, we put together, we put lots of time and love and effort and energy into our product because we have to be better than.
Yeah, just
We already know that they don't want us in this space.
yeah,
They,
yeah,
proverbial they, don't want us in this space. And then having a female CEO that is just bad to the bone. She's incredible. Her legs, the way she is shaping this company. We're soon to be $1 billion big brand. I mean,
yeah.
I already mentioned we went from Wakana to Akana. And
Mm-hmm,
we are,
mm-hmm.
A brings us up in that alphabet, like the Apples, the Amazons, the Amways, Akana,
Alcana.
$1 billion big brand. So we're going places.
Well,
So
I
I
can
tell
just tell
people
when you say that word. What,
if
baby?
they want to hitch their wagon to an amazing company and amazing products. And I tell people, you don't have to come in and sell anything. All you do is share your stories, your testimonies. If
Mm-hmm.
anybody is on here, any of my folks who have jumped on, they know if they've seen my pages that I have testimonies. I don't have to tell you what it does
Yeah.
or what it can do for you. I let my testimonies speak for themselves. And
Mm.
most people are giving a testimony about our extreme pain relief. So that little tiny jar of rub, it's $59.95, but it's a $69 jar that we sell for $59. But this month we have a Black History 10% off celebration. So if folks want to try it, they can either purchase it online, or if you know me, you know I'll give you a sample. So
Yeah.
I can swing by, give samples, or I don't send them too much. And since I've moved to Florida, but when I come to Boston and you all see me there, get a sample.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Oh my goodness. You've said a lot in a little bit of time, and because you pretty much answered my question. So I don't do this. I really don't. I usually we don't have a lot of time to do this, but you have covered so much, Miss Kirkland, in this little bit of time. So the people that's on, I want to ask you if you have any questions for this beautiful young lady. You can type them in the live, and I hope I can be able to see them. I'll kind of scroll up and down if I can. Yeah. If you have any questions, you can type your questions here, and we can try to answer those questions. Hopefully, I'll be able to see them because she covered a lot. Oh, I know I wanted to ask you something. I want to ask you. What's the difference between CBD, CBD, THC, and marijuana?
So THC is marijuana.
THC is marijuana. Did y'all hear that, guys? THC is
Is the
what they call
marijuana.
it, the Mary Jane.
The
That's
Mary
the Mary
Jane.
Jane.
Yep, the Mary Jane, the get high, the bud, the smoke, the whatever you want to call it. It's all of that. That is the same.
Okay, and when people talk about, you mentioned it earlier, because what I want to do, because I said we may know it, but I want to make sure people get it too. You said the Delta 9, the Delta 8s, the Delta. Can you explain that a little bit to us?
Okay, yeah. So Delta 9 THC, that is the get high, the smoke. Delta 8, which is what we have in our product, is the cousin to Delta 9. So it's not the yeah, it's not the same thing. It's like the close cousin. So it does
Okay.
have some of the psychotropic effect and the delta 8 because they're cousins. So they kind
Right.
of the same. So some of our products, if you see a warning label on it, and I don't know if I have one of those sheets of paper, maybe not. Oh, I do. My goodness. Let me see if I can put this up. Is it backwards?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah, I can
backwards.
see it though.
Hold
Yeah.
on. Let me make it so that it is not backwards.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
So
Okay.
this will be a disclaimer that comes with our products that have Delta 8 in them. So it starts with flight 25, and flight sounds is just what it sounds like, flight. Flight 25 and a flight 50. So we tell you if you're going to try the flight products to start with half. Start and wait 90 minutes because you don't know how your body is going to react. So if you're starting with a flight 25, you're starting low and going slow. Starting with flight 50, there are a lot of people who say, oh, well, I smoke anyway, so I just want something to, give me some relief in my body.
Mm-hmm.
And I want the psychotropic effect, then they could have a flight 50. So I don't mess with those because, I enjoy my natural state.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel the need for it, but some people really do enjoy the way that makes them feel. But as you see from the bottles, the gold bottles would be a pure product, and the colored bottles would be a broad spectrum. So broad spectrum has the zero point 0.3 of THC. So we also have a cooking oil, culinary oil. There's smokable products. There are vapes, and vapes really got a bad rap and a bad name as well because they were putting vitamin D in vapes. And I've already mentioned that Akana is third party tested, hemp certified and registered. So although it's not FDA approved, again, no one's ever died from an overdose of the marijuana, but we're talking about CBD. So
Mm-hmm.
there's just definitely no overdoses or no deaths from CBD.
Well, you just said something there. No one's ever died, even though they painted this ugly picture. But the third largest reason why people die
Yeah.
in the world
Mm-hmm.
is the prescription drugs.
Yeah.
Prescription drugs. That's why people leave. The third largest killer is prescription drugs. So
Wow.
the one that they made so bad, no one's ever died from it. It helps them actually.
Mm-hmm.
And even if they want that psychotropic of feeling, they still get the benefits of the plant,
Yeah.
of the hemp plant.
Yeah.
So, wow, this was an educational moment, young lady. This was a truly educational moment. Okay, what does
So
she
I
have?
want to share with you, these are the participating industries in the billions of dollars. And this was 3 years ago, all right, this statistic. But CBD was $7 billion industry. The hair care industry was an $87 billion industry. The skincare was a $190 billion industry. The weight loss was 288 billion, but look at wellness and immune, $3.4 trillion industry.
Move that over a little bit so they can see that T. There you
You see
go.
that?
Yeah, see
Yes.
that 3.4 trillion. Oh my
And
God.
and this was 3 years ago. So this is one of the main reasons I was telling you about our incredible visionary, Melissa Boston, took our company from what was a $7 billion industry and morphed us into the wellness industry with our flat belly lifestyle.
Wow.
So
That
when
is
we talk about bringing the body back into homeostasis and bringing the body back into the way God created it to be, it's the CBD helps get it back into homeostasis, but the product when we moved into wellness, that is what took me on fire with this company. That is what made everything real. That's what made everything stand out because when you heal your body from the inside out,
mm-hmm.
there's nothing you can't do. There's nothing you can't accomplish. And without your health, it doesn't matter what it is that you're trying to do or who it is you're trying to please or serving God. I mean, you need to create your body as a temple for him to use, to be used by God. So the
Mm-hmm.
things that you put in your mouth, it's all in the foods. It's all in what we eat. I'm kind of pulling around the corner. So if you want to talk more about CBD, we can, but I'd love for you to share a little bit more about the wellness industry, the wealth and the wellness industry in our bodies.
Yeah.
So you tell
Um,
me where you want to go.
whew.
Because inflammation you can get from doing the CBD and things like that, and then it gets better.
Yeah.
There's hope. There's hope. I say to people, if you change your mind, you can change your life. So it's
Yeah.
about learning and unlearning. It's about a higher education and just knowing what it is that God wants for us, and knowing that our bodies, you're either going towards a disease progression or disease recession. And the only way to go towards disease recession is to detoxify your body, to get rid of the pollutants and get rid of the chemicals and I'm going to just say it, the medications and everything else that we're on. And what I
Hmm.
love about CBD, it's not a medication.
Yeah.
It's an
That's
herbal
it.
plant. It's an herb from the plants, and it is good for you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's you asked me what I want people to take away, knowing that CBD is not a bad thing. It's not bad for you, that it's good for you. And it gives you health without the high. So if they don't remember anything else about the presentation,
Uh,
know that CBD gives you health without the high, and it's legal.
oh, girl, you gave me some chills right now. This was so good and informative because, like you said, I would think if anybody was on the fence now, they'd be like, okay, I'm off the fence. Let me go get me some CBD. But yeah, you brought in, I mean, really, you really brought in, you shedded some light, a lot of light. You took something that was so dark and you brought light to it. And so this has been an amazing. And I'm gonna tell anybody if you got on, you didn't hear this whole interview with Miss Bernadine Kirkland. She is. Let me tell you, I told you she was top notch. So if you didn't hear this, that's why I makes it live because you can always go back and listen to it.
Beautiful.
This is some amazing information. Share this on your page, guys. People need to hear this. Why? Because we were bamboozled. I kept saying, I've been bamboozled. I had because I was saying no all the way. No, absolutely not. I don't want to do that. No, I don't want no CBD. I was like, I was that person.
Yeah.
And so and it took me to start understanding what CBD was. I just went by what they said, didn't do any research on it. I just went by what they said. And we were truly bamboozled and not and lied to because of the mighty dollar, because they did not figure out how to make money with it. And now that they have, of course, it's better than white bread, right? And so my thing is, she has brought so much information. Like I said, I don't know if you guys, I was going to ask you if you guys, let me see how much time we got. We got about 10 minutes. If you guys had any questions, I don't know if you can put them in this is not really, I guess it's the chat. You want to call that on this live. But she did an amazing, amazing job. And like she said, a lot of it, like we kind of touched on that. We did do a thing not too long ago on gut health and our health. We did that not a couple of weeks ago too, because we are about your health, guys. And CBD is one of those things. She mentioned the ECS. Who can tell me what that is? I want somebody to put it in this thing. If y'all remember what the ECS was, what's the other word for it? What is the ECS? Can anybody put that out there? And I would say, go back and look at this video. Look at this. It's online, so it'll be out there. Just go to my page. You can share it to your page so people can see this. Say, no, don't stop halfway in, because it's powerful all from the time we started all the way to the ending. This is some powerful information. And I knew when I heard that Miss Bernadine Kirkland was going to be able to come, I was very excited and happy about that, because as you can see, she has a lot of this information. And like I said, next week, we're going to be bringing on, she's talked a little bit about the hair. There's many people, as we were talking about today, I was on a call with people, they lose their hair, and they call it CCCA, I think it was, and when they start losing hair right up in here. And like I said, we got to be truthful. As long as you have a follicle that's still alive, it's a chance it can come back. But if it's dead, it's just dead. You can't, And like I said, be very, very, very true with you on that. But we have products that can actually grow your hair back. We're so excited about that to see. I'm just so happy to be in this industry. Bernadine Kirkland, Miss Bernadine Kirkland. If I could give you some your flowers, I'm just letting you know, sweetheart, you did an amazing job. If anybody again have any questions, you can put it in the chat, and type it, put it in the chat, and you can. And hopefully, I can scroll up and down. But she grow out some other amazing information. You have anything else in these last few minutes you want to share with us, Miss Bernadine, Miss Kirkland?
I just want everybody under the sound of my voice to know that CBD is an amazing industry. This is an awesome company, and it's a great time to take a look at how you can be a blessing to other people. You're blessed to be a blessing by the things that you know. And I just say, come grow with us, come share with us, and come travel with us.
Yeah.
You
Aren't you
are.
on your way to a trip that you won? Aren't you on your? Now tell me us a little bit about that. Where are you on your way to, young lady?
Actually, I just got home last
Oh, you
night from a cruise.
just got back. Oh my goodness.
And Dubai is in October. So I also
Okay.
want that free trip to Dubai. So I'm over the moon excited. This past trip, my mom came, my husband, Frida McDuffie, who was like rookie of the year when she first got started. She, helped our team, the Blessed Branches, helped us win $10,000 for winning March Madness last year. And I'm looking forward to doing the same thing again this year, winning another trip. So hopefully
Oh,
we'll
so where did
hear
you just
about
get
some
back
more.
from? Where did you just get back from?
We just came back from a Bahamas cruise,
Okay.
and Steve Stuckey won the trip, so he was on.
Uh,
Frida McDuffie, myself, and with guests and friends. So this is really a good time, really a good time. You
uh,
don't want to miss any kind of trips.
yes, you
You
look
know,
amazing. You look
just
absolutely amazing.
rested,
So,
just I'm still a little tired because it's just real calm and real nice. And well, I got home today. I moved to Florida, and it's in the 70s, so it's 70 today, so it still feels
okay.
really good.
Yeah, yeah. So, well, again, guys, thank you so much, Miss Bernadine. I don't know if anybody. I'm trying to see if anybody put anything in the chat. Um, well, I
I
know
don't
they
see any
came
questions
away.
in chat, but I saw some folks jump on, like Antoine
Yeah,
Stewart,
yeah,
Pastor Ron Odom. Yeah, so
yeah,
I saw some of my people. I didn't get to see everybody, but a couple of them.
yeah.
Anyway, love y'all and thank y'all for
And
dropping
thank
in. And Rochelle,
you,
thank you so much
Bernadine. You
for
did it.
having me. You're an amazing emerald with a kana. So I have to throw all those kind words that you said about me back to you because you
Oh,
came in blazing a trail. You came in, I think you were emerald in your first month or something like that. I was only a sapphire. My first month, but you came in blazing all
oh,
kinds of trails. So I just want
yeah,
to congratulate you and still give you your flowers as well, my darling. And thank you for the great job you do for Kana and for just getting this word out there, being that beacon of light. So we just
yeah,
appreciate you and we thank you. And thank you for hosting us while we were in Indianapolis and turning us on to the EE system because that's
yes, yes,
another big venture for Akana being in that EE space, that energy space.
yeah.
And life is energy. When you think
That's
about it, I was just listening to somebody. She was talking about how God had done some things, and she says like walking through the wall. God is God alone. But when she was
yeah,
talking about when God walked through the wall, she said, "Yeah, it's all about energy." She said, "We're
energy.
all
Yeah,
about energy." I was like, "Okay." But yeah, we're excited about this EE system that's coming on board and being able to go in and get this healing from head to toe by going in. We were able to spend the night when we came to Indianapolis, and
yeah,
thank you for
yeah,
bringing on, some great friends and new
yeah.
business partners. Yeah, so that's just
Yeah,
wonderful.
it's all about we're trying to, like I said, our mission, our
Yeah.
mission. We're here to help change some lives, guys. Help change our health because people are leaving here prematurely. Even though I know we all got an exit date, but people
Mm.
are leaving here with things they don't have to. They don't, and it's all about getting the education because they say knowledge is power. Knowledge is only power when you use it. Only
Hmm.
power when you use it. So this was some amazing information. Again, thank you so much, Bernadine Kirkland. Thank you all for hopping on. But if you didn't get a chance, let me say it again. If you did not get a chance to watch this whole interview, you go back and watch it because I'm telling you, she gave some great, I ain't gonna say nuggets. This was just some flat out information. This was some flat out, wasn't no nuggets. We went past nugget. We went past the nugget. This is some straight out information. And many of you did not know because I did not know a year and a half, a little over a year ago. I did not know a lot of this. And I
Right.
was open enough to receive it, even though because I thought something totally different that many other people do too. Man, then when I was willing to listen, I was willing to learn and to say, oh my gosh, I have been bamboozled. I've been lied to. So
Yeah.
I was lied to. Thousands upon thousands of people were. But now we're no longer in that space, so we changed this thing, and we want you to know that you can be helped through CBD. And I thank you again, Miss Bernadine Kirkland. And you guys, I wish you give me some love. I don't know if we got what I saw balloons go up a while ago. Can I see some more balloons or some? It used to be thumbs and flowers. Can I get some balloons or something? Because I want to just tell her thank you so much. You did an amazing job. Thank you. I don't know how to do the. I don't know. They've changed Facebook so much. I don't know what's out there that you can push. But a while ago, I saw balloons go up. So again, thank you, sweetheart. I know you just got home from for her to even say yes, she just got home from her cruise, and she still say yes to come on here. That's amazing. And next week, guys, we're going to have our trichologist. I think I saw Tony get on. I don't know if he's still on. We'll have our trichologist, Miss Doris Mosley. She's been doing hair, healing hair. She was a beautician, I think, for 40 years, and she's been a trichologist for 10, 15 years, something like that, I think. Is that right? Something like that? Give or take, I'm not exactly sure, but I will find that out. She's going to be on next week. So because we have a lot of people lose hair for different reasons, and we're going to show you how you can possibly get it back, okay? And so again, thank you, sweetheart. I love you so much.
Very
Thank you
welcome.
for all the hard work you do. You guys, thanks for hopping on, but we'll be back here again, same place, same time next Monday with Miss Doris Mosley on Healing Hair. I'll talk to you later, guys. Thanks for a good, thank you for, and you have a good night. Thank you so much.